Hey friends, welcome back to Sharma's Kitchen. Today we're going to be sharing a recipe for nut bars, aka nut cake.
So here we have all our nuts laid out, and we have here some pistachios, some peanuts, some almonds, and some walnuts. This is going to be a rich nut bar. As Natalie would say, I remember we used to call this nut cake back home. So first of all, she's going to be shelling out the nuts, and we have to toast some of them up. I'm going to be toasting up the peanut and the walnuts along with the almonds, but I'm going to leave the pistachios as they are. So we have a little bit of a process here to shell the nuts, and then we'll come back and walk you through the entire process. So Natalie, you can start with the peanuts. And the peanuts are very, very easy to shell out. You can buy the already shelled peanuts and do this, but I like to buy nuts in shell because when we're ready to eat them, they're always fresh. It is the summer break for the kids, and I like to prepare homemade snacks because they always have something very nice and delicious to munch on while they're home. So the girl is busy at work in her nut bar shop. So she finished all her peanuts here, and she just moved on to the pistachios. I love pistachios. They make a very good snack. So now she's down to her walnuts. Is it good?
Yeah. Yep.
And these are gonna make some nice nut bars or nut cake because the nuts are very, very fresh right out of the shell. The girl finished cracking and shelling out all the nuts, and now it's time for us to toast them up. But I have a question for you, Natalie. If we are to toast these nuts up, which nut will you toast first?
This one.
And why is that?
This is the hardest one.
Brilliant idea. I already started the stove, so go ahead and start toasting up the nuts. The reason why we're toasting the nuts is because it's gonna bring out a nice, beautiful, crunchy kind of texture for the nut bars, and it'll have a nice flavor. So look at her, like a big chef here. She loves to cook on the stove now and like to make little things every day whenever she can. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
So we're gonna give the nuts some time to toast up. Not too much time on the heat, but enough to give it a beautiful flavor. The almonds are halfway toasted, and she just added in the walnuts, and we're gonna let this toast up for a few minutes. So the nuts are nicely toasted. We're just gonna warm up the peanuts, and just before we take out the nuts, mix it up a little. And we're gonna also go in with the pistachios and warm them up a little as well. And let's see how our friend is doing, and she can handle herself well. She turned around the handle of the frying pan so she can get a grip of it. Amazing. And the nuts are looking good. This is gonna be a nut bar full of nuts, or like I would say, a nut cake. I think it's good now, Natalie.
Okay.
So instead of sugar today, we're gonna be adding gur or jaggery, which is a dehydrated cane juice, so it have a beautiful flavor. You can add any sweetener to this, but we are gonna add this because it will have that nice cane sugar flavor. Our nuts are already toasted. They usually come in blocks or in circle like this, so I'm adding 2.5, which is equivalent to about 3/4 cup of sweetener. So before I add my water, I'm just gonna crush them a little. This will help it to melt faster and give us that beautiful syrup that we're looking for. So we're gonna go in with the water now. We're gonna mix until everything is melted and liquefy. And then it's gonna start caramelize to give us that beautiful, nice, rich color to add to our nuts. So our syrup is coming along nicely, and I love that color that I'm seeing. It have the beautiful, like an orange kind of color, which I love when I'm making any sweet treat, because it have a natural color that you don't have to add any artificial coloring. We're gonna let it go down until it start picking up a little, and then we're gonna go in with our nuts. It's such an easy snack to make, and the entire family will enjoy it. If your family have nut allergies, you can use seeds such as pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and you can still have a beautiful, delicious snack as well. So our syrup is coming up nicely. When you see it start bubbling up like this, it's close to the point that it's gonna start getting thick and hard, so we have to keep an eye on it. You can check with your fingers, and if it's sticky enough, you can go in with the nuts. At this point, it is not. There's no string coming out here, so I'll let it go for a little bit more. You can add a pinch of salt in here to balance off the caramel taste, but I added salted pistachios, and that's gonna give me the perfect salt that I need for my caramel. So I think it's ready here now with all the foam coming up. I'm gonna do a test with my fingers. Be careful when you're doing the test, because this is very, very hot at this point. So, see that? My fingers facing together. This is ready. I'm gonna turn my stove off. We're gonna add the nuts in here, and I'm gonna give this a good mix. So on a piece of parchment paper, I just added some butter. I'm gonna pour this out onto the parchment paper because I don't want Natalie to do this. Spread it out nicely so it's not left clumpy in one spot. At this point, I'm gonna let it cool down so it can form up properly. Then I'm gonna roll my rolling pin over it to remove all the bumpiness from the nuts and have like a level, flat consistency. So with my rolling pin, I just roll it down a little to avoid the bumpiness from the walnuts and from the almonds, just to smoothen the surface. So when we're ready to cut it, it's gonna be nice and flat. I just rub some butter on my rolling pin to avoid it sticking, and then it gives me this beautiful finish. Look how rich this is. Very, very nice and rich. Remember to let it cool completely. You can leave it in your fridge and then come back to it after a bit, and that will be perfect for you to cut it into small pieces, or you can just break it off like that and serve it up in any shape. For me, it doesn't matter. Once I get to sink my teeth in all those nuts with that beautiful jaggery flavor from the sugar cane, I am gonna be happy like a kid again. So here it is, my friends, and Natalie did all of the hard job, from breaking the nuts out of the shell, toasting them up, and doing all that good stuff. When it comes to the technical part, Mom took over, so I did the part with the syrup so she don't get burned, even though she didn't want me to do it because she wanted this to be her full recipe. And now I'm gonna go in and cut these up into small little bars. Once they form up, you can cut it. I'm using a pizza cutter, but you can also cut this with a knife. I guess I should go in with a knife because, okay, the cutter is working fine. And then we will cut back little squares of them. So my friends, with the Jaggery, it brings it out more of a caramely nut bar or nut cake instead of a hard brock teeth kind of nut cake. You know, some of them, when you bite into them, how hard they are, they can break your teeth. This is not like that. This is the very nice chewy one with the Jaggery. And I have hubby here behaving like one of the kids, so I'm giving this piece to him. He can't wait. So I'm gonna give this piece to Natalie before, but I don't want you to reveal the test. If you can see on the side, like it's stretching, which is really nice because it's caramely and it have that nice cane sugar flavor. So they are perfectly done. Look at this, all kind of mixture, so beautiful with the color and so nice. So we have to get a taste test. So Natalie is gonna do her taste test with the nut bars or the nut cakes, and she's got her piece here. She worked hard, so now she's gonna let us know how it tastes. Let us know, Natalie. I hear crunches.
The caramel's nice and chewy, and the nut is nice and crunchy. It's really good.
Yeah, beautiful combination.
Yes,
So
a very good combination.
in this one square, you have so many nuts in there, and very great for a snack. Is that a snack you would like on your summer break?
Yes, I would love it.
Okay, so to all the viewers,
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and make sure to smash the bell button so you can get more of these videos.
thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye. Take a bite for them. I can hear that crunch. Thank you, guys.
Bye.